So I have to get to the church at 5:30 every morning, well, every Sunday morning, to film. I'm really tired today, so I need just a little pick-me-up. Brian, I'm sorry. I didn't tell you I was leaving with the camera.
Today is Sunday, Father's Day, so I just want to say Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to you, Fuller.
You're a good dad, Brian.
I try my best.
But you know, not everybody thinks that. Matter of fact, we want to start a new segment on Worship Tutorials called I Can't Believe You Would Say That.
Oh.
And what I want to do is I just want to read you.
Okay.
Because you're such a great human being.
Thank you.
You know, a hardworking man.
Thank you.
Dad of Seth, and great husband. You know, great pastor at church and stuff. But you know what? Not everyone thinks that. Matter of fact, I want to read you some tweets or actually some comments in YouTube that people actually write to you.
Oh my goodness.
So for some reason, people feel like when they write stuff on YouTube, it gives them liberty to be a rude jerk. And so I thought we'd celebrate that today.
So first
Brian,
of all, we're getting ready to go into a worship service.
Yeah.
And you're just going to completely demoralize me.
That's right. That's right.
Before we start.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because people don't realize when you write things on YouTube, you're actually talking to a really good guy.
Being.
So Brian, in honor of Father's Day,
I have feelings.
I want to read you this comment from Amulia Sharma.
Okay.
This was June 2nd. You're awfully skinny here, Brian. That was a comment on your Hosanna video from basically, it's like saying you're a fat slob.
All right, so I'm gonna say this. My child Seth is 4, and I have literally gained every pound he has. I'm just gonna leave it at that. And I need to lose him. I know it's something I need to do.
Was he like 90 pounds?
I put on a solid 35 since he was born.
Here's one, Brian, from Roltius, one of my favorites.
Okay.
Why don't you just pray for Tim?
What was that on?
I don't know.
I think that was on a video about why don't you just pray for Tone? Fuller's reading me like the nastiest YouTube comments that I've received. And I'm right before a worship service, so I can get in the right frame of mind.
Oh, here's a good one.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah,
okay.
This is a good one. This one's from Rob. This sounds like complete junk to me. I mean, that's all I'm gonna read. And he also says it's elitism. So.
Elitism.
Happy Father's Day, Brian.
Thank you.
Why would you say that? I'll tell you why you'll say it. Because you're behind a computer and you're not in front of a real person. And you know what? Sometimes you just gotta stop before you type and go, hey, this is a real person doing a really good thing. And like my parents used to tell me, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, then don't say it at all.
You know what? I remember that Rob guy, and he won't be able to say anything at all because I blocked him from further comments on the channel.
You know, you don't usually block people.
No, I don't. Okay, I never delete comments unless, because I think people should have the ability to express themselves.
Absolutely.
And we live in a country where that is a right that we have, and I strongly believe in it.
Absolutely.
And if they don't agree with me, that's fine. But and I like think that it's good for us to have civil discussion about the topics that I make content about. But and I didn't delete his comments.
Yeah, sure.
It just got to a point where it was not constructive anymore, so I just stopped the conversation.
Exactly.
But I will delete comments if you use like, and this happens more than you'd think, like really abusive language.
Yeah.
Or if someone is just obviously like being a troll and just trying to get a rise out of somebody.
Yeah.
It doesn't really get a rise out of me. It's really easy to just say delete, block.
Yeah. And here's something you should know. Behind the scenes, Brian sends these terrible comments to all of his friends who are worship leaders, and we laugh and we discuss them.
Yes, we do.
And it's pretty funny. And I will say this, Brian is really good at censoring himself, because I know that some of the things he wants to say to you, he will not say. The bottom line is, listen, if you don't have anything nice to say or anything that's going to benefit other people, just don't say it. Find something better to do with your time.
But if you do disagree, like I said, that's fine.
Absolutely.
But let's talk about it in a way that's like not destructive.
Be respectful,
rude.
because the bottom line is that's the number one things people hate about Christians is that they're hypocrites and they're rude to each other. So the Bible says you'll know each other by your love for one another. So remember that.
Created from God, you came and you lived among us. You took on a friend, you walked in our pain, now you're taking us higher.
A lot of pushback that I've heard before when working with click tracks with like preset arrangements. So we use click tracks and cue tracks. So for example, like when we hit a verse in our in-ears, you can hear the click, but we also have a guide track that says verse 2, 3, 4. You were the word at the beginning. Something like, you know, for What a Beautiful Name that we're doing today. So the pushback is you don't have any freedom to do anything else besides the preset arrangement, which is true in a sense, because one, you can always, in my experience, if you're ever gonna like do something extra, like if you feel led, like the room is really engaged and you really want to press into a song and keep singing it, you do it at the end. It's not often that you'll do it in the middle of the song. I guess sometimes you maybe go to a bridge again or a chorus again, but a lot of times you repeat stuff at the end. You repeat a chorus at the end, or maybe sing a bridge part or something. And you're certainly able to do that when you're sitting with click and cue tracks that are preset. But you also have the ability to change stuff. So in our run through today, we had a lot of these long solo sections in this song. Beautiful Name has a long solo section, and we're doing No Longer Slaves, which also has a long solo section. So I'm going through right now and I'm cutting this down. So we're not just sitting there strumming. I'm not strumming an acoustic guitar for like 32 measures without doing anything. We don't have as many people on stage this weekend, and if you're gonna do a long instrumental section, it's better if you can really make it dynamic musically. Either that, or you use that opportunity to say something or to pray in a song. But today it's just myself and Daniel playing keyboards. So rather than, like I said, like strum a chord progression for 32 measures, which I think is one of them literally that long, I'm just gonna shorten them so we get from one part of the song to the next, and then we can, at the end, if we want to sing more, we can. Which I think in No Longer Slaves we do. Like the song kind of ends and we do another chorus, just kind of free-flowing, where we can go wherever we want. So you can have flexibility with your preset click and cue tracks.
With melody, you surround me with a song of deliverance.